Hello friends, this is Kim with CosmykStudios, and today I have a fun little project. I'm going to make these little bezels, and I'm going to put cute little doodads in them. Beads, baubles, butterflies, and that is what we are going to do today. Okay, now what was I saying? Gosh. I think I was saying something about taking these and putting them down and making sure that there are no leaks. So you do want to get these kind of pressed down pretty well. And you kind of want to check the back. Make sure you don't see any egregious leaking spots. I don't see any. Doesn't mean they don't exist, and we will find out in the end if they do exist. I'll try picking this up. Okay. Anyway, alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these with a little bit of resin. Okay, so I'm going to put resin in here, and the nice thing is I can go ahead and pretty much fill it, just about. I don't want to completely fill it because I am going to be putting stuff in here, and it's going to, I don't want it overfilling. So I'm just taking this out to the edge, trying to make sure it's going all the way out. A little hard to see from this angle, but I do believe it is going all the way out. Now what I did not do in this particular one is I did not put glitter in. I certainly could have, but I did not. So I think I'm going to do that in the next one. Put a little glitter in, make it a little sparkly, but I don't know that these really need it. So they're going to be so pretty on their own, really. Alright, I'm going to take these and I'm going to try and set them down without touching the resin. That could be fun, huh? So you can set them down. I'm trying to make a little kind of a star pattern with them, and I can obviously move them around a little once they are in here, which I'm going to just do. I'm going to poke them around with this little doodad here. Turn that around like so. I think that looks pretty good. I kind of want to put a little bead in the center. Now these are flat backed, they're 3D, which makes them really nice. They work pretty well for a project like this. But that is my first one. I'm going to go ahead and cure it and I'm going to cure it for 2 minutes because I really don't like to do more than one at a time, just in case there is some overspill. So we'll be right back. Okay, that one is done. I have mixed up some glue. I have mixed up a little bit of Disco Kitty Craft glitter in my little mixing dish here. Okay. Anyway, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use these little evil eye. Are they evil eye? that what they're called? They keep evil away. I'm going to do this in like a little trio like that. Just little 3 pieces. I think they're super cute. Okay, I'm going to move that off to the side. Make sure there's no drip over there, so I don't want my light to accidentally cure it while we're sitting here curing this middle one. On this one I did forget to go through to pop the bubbles, but this one I cannot forget to do that because there are going to be bubbles just because of the fact that I mixed glitter in, and anytime you stir resin you definitely disturb it. So, alright, I'm going to take these, I'm going to put this one right here. I am worried about overspill. Okay, I'm going to put that one there and move it up. And I'm going to put this one here. And put this one here. Okay, it is making the resin sit a little higher than I would like, but I'm going to go ahead and pop any bubbles. I don't really see any, but you can probably see them better than I can, and we're going to get this under the light very quickly because I don't want that to go over. So here we go. Okay, that one is done. We are going to move on to the next one. I'm going to go ahead and go back in with my glitter resin, I guess I should say. These can be necklace pendants or whatever you want them to be, really. They can be necklaces or they can be backpack dangles, purse dangles, keychains, whatever you like, really. Okay, let's see here. That looks pretty good, actually. Actually, it looks pretty good. Looks like it's pretty full. And this one I have 2 butterflies. They're flat back on one side and they are 3D on the other. And boy, that's not what I wanted to do. Not at all what I wanted to do. And I know you know that. We will achieve the result we need. It's just going to take us an extra minute here. Nice. Whew. Okay, we will clean off our little butterfly here. She's fine. She's, you know, obviously. Oh! That is so bizarre. Wow. Okay, so her being in the resin like that, the resin has pulled the color off of it. That's very interesting to note. I'm not going to use that one. I need to get a new butterfly because that one's just not what I wanted. Not at all what I had in mind. So, I think the resin is still otherwise okay. I am going to go through now, pop some bubbles, just in case there are any. Okay, I saw a few pop. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I hope I have another butterfly that vibrant. That was actually, I was making that for one of my granddaughters. So we're going to just have to pick a different one, I think. I don't think I have another one that color. Okay, I don't. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, well, we'll use that one. I don't think it was that color. It might have been. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it was that color. And that's okay. What happens when you don't get what you want? Experience. So let's not accidentally drop that in again the way we just dropped that in. Maybe, I think I want to go over these again. Would it be better to put it in tweezers? Like set it in tweezers and drop it in right like so. Alright, don't touch the resin. Get in there, but don't touch the resin. Okay, so the top cannot touch the resin. We have discovered that. Otherwise, it does take away some of that color. This little butterfly here that I'm setting down, it's really cute, but it had a little doodad at the top there so that you could dangle it, and I had to cut it off. So it is going to be slightly wonky, but I'm not worried about that. I think it's going to be okay, because I kind of want to see, and this is an experiment. I have no idea. This could be a terrible idea. It could be a great idea. We don't know. Won't know till we do it. I was going to stick just a little bit of kind of this fairy glitter, I guess is what they call it. Ooh, that's pretty. A little over there, a little here. And I don't know if I need to kind of press that down in, and now I'm a little afraid to poke too much around the butterflies, just because if the resin gets up on there, it could take off some of that color. I'm going to lightly go in and move this stuff around just a little bit. Don't have to be crazy about it. Okay, we're not going to get super obsessive here. We're going to pop all of this, including this, into the light, because that's what's going to cure it so that it comes out okay. When you cure your little silicone dishes, because they're so wiggly and malleable, once you get glitter or resin in them, you put them in under the light, and that is what causes it to harden up nicely for you, and then you can just pop it right out of the dish. Okay guys, we're back for the final reveal. All of these have cured nicely. Last week I wasn't thinking about it, and I actually, when I was doing these just to see how they would work before I did them on camera, I actually put a dark silicone round pad right here, and when I went to peel one of them I realized that was not very bright of me, because the bottom portion of the resin, or the curing light, couldn't cure the bottom of it, so I did have to stick it back in. But these are all going to be fine, especially these first two. So let's do the final reveal. Just going to carefully pull them off of here. On to the next one. Sorry, I know that is a racket. And if you like ASMR, it's probably fine. If you're not a fan of it, I'm really sorry. Anyway. Alright. There we go. Alright. Just save my popsicle sticks. Gosh, I went to the craft store the other day, and I think it was Michael's. A bag of popsicle sticks was like $5. I can remember when I was a kid and popsicle sticks were the cheap thing to do. Okay, I want to move these here. I'm going to put down this little thing here. Here is our first one. And it's funny because, let me get a little pointer here. This got a big bubble right here. I'm actually not bothered by it. I'm looking at the back. It doesn't bother me. Any kind of a weird anomaly like that, I'm usually okay with. And if you look here, and here, and here, this is where the resin went into the bead hole, because these are beads at the end of the day. But again, I'm not bothered by it. I think they're really pretty, and I don't think that these little things here got lost in the project. I do think it's cool. I like it. I think it's very pretty. The one I did last week I was a little more obsessed with, because I did use glitter in it, and I do think if I make another one exactly like this one, I will do it with glitter. And here's why. The glitter just really, I think, sets off the piece. I think it's very pretty. The back, totally fine, looks great. not sticky at all. If you find your piece is sticky, you need to put it back in to your curing light to cure it fully, but this is perfect. No resin spilled out anywhere underneath any of these, which makes me really happy. And then here's the butterfly. I think she's so pretty. This feels a little bit sticky around the edge, so I may stick this one back in just to get that part kind of taken care of. Let me set that down. Okay, I'm going to move these off to the side over here, and I'm going to pick this one up so you can really see that fairy glitter in there that I have is really pretty. I think it helps to set off the piece, and I think it hides the little blemish right here where I had to cut off that little ring so that you could hang it. And again, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. Here's the back. I don't know if I'm going to turn them into pendants, which they would be beautiful pendants, or if I want to make keychains. I've always collected keychains. I've always been a keychain person. So the keychain idea with maybe something dangling over it actually appeals to me more than a dangling necklace, only because I don't tend to wear large pieces of jewelry. And I think if I were going to wear any on a necklace, it would probably be this one right here. Anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. We did have some mishaps, which is fine. I think that's always a good idea to have, because now I made the mistake, so you don't have to. Do not, if you have one of these enamel pieces, try not to get it underneath the resin. And if you do, leave it alone, because now we know what happens. I think maybe had I not rubbed it, but when I popped it over onto the wipe, it was already starting to come off. When I wiped it more, it really doubled down on taking off the vibrancy of it. Other than that, picked a new one and we got a really nice result there. I'm really not sure why this bubble happened here, and I'm guessing maybe some air got trapped underneath here. This has a little divot right there on the back. It's not going to affect the piece, I promise. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video today. When I do get to 100 subscribers, I do plan on doing a giveaway, and believe me, I have some fun trinkets, so please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, it does help direct traffic to my channel, which does help my channel grow, and that obviously is my goal, is to grow this channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in my next video, and don't forget to release your inner artisan. Thank you so much. Bye.